go now. 18 Gators.
On first down, Whittington. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Whittington, and that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Looking to throw. Whittington. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
It's a turnover on downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 3. Double right.
Check 99. Check 99.
80 weapons. Hey, 70.
He's checking. Crash.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Zebra.
Hey. Check 53.
Go. 22.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Let's go.
Play action. Stafford. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
Jason Myers for the Jets field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Ready up.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, high 7.
Back to throw. Whittington. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Fielded just inside the 20. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. First and 10.
Go. Go. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
22.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. On second down, Eckler. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Eckler taking it in. And the Jets will extend their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To throw on second down, Whittington. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Throwing on first down, Whittington. Got him in, it's Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Looking to throw. Whittington. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Second and 5. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? Stick the oar.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Whittington eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They find some open field here. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Austin Eckler, 77 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Back to the air on second down. Whittington. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Flush to his right. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Off play action, Whittington. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Whittington. And McDonald here over the middle. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. From the gun on third down, Whittington. He's going deep for Brook. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Next to score, Jets 31, Patriots 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for them.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Check 56.
Leroy! Hey, Red! You mine!
Hey, watch edge, watch edge.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
They'll run here with Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
A loss of 1 brings up
Stay 50, stay 50. Hey, Echo!
56. Mike's 56. You go night.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
I got you, son. Check 31, check 31.
Check. 2 draw corkers. They go.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. He's trying to escape. He won't. He's taken down. Ingram taken down to the end zone. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And an alley to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Austin Eckler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. I really don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Eckler on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this first half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looking to throw on second down. Whittington. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford is going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Again, it's Hyde. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
56, Hey, that's scared. Come on, Omaha, ready to move.
From the 50, Stafford. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Now Brown. Nifty move. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Off the play fake. Whittington. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. To throw on third down. Whittington. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Whittington. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
11.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score,
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. With it is Brown. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. First throw now for the backup Carr. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. picked off by Eli Apple. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out. But
it's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 68 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. And for the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Ready?
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Whittington. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Antonio Brown, 67 yards. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Check. 5. 2.
They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game. how they've managed to keep control of this game. And then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Here is Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 52. 50, 50. 36, 36.
It's Eckler again. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Patriots have it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. To throw again. Whittington. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. Now the ball comes loose. And the Jets have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Throwing here, Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Tighten up to 61. Matchbox light. Get it.
Second and 2. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 30-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long.